In the first episode, we had a pretty sizable elephant to address, but I think we have one even kind of bigger, Cam, this week.
He's way bigger. He's way bigger than the first elephant.
Oh, most definitely. He's not taller. He's wider.
Way bigger. Way bigger.
Yeah, he's like when you look at a car and you put wide body fenders on it. He's just a wide body elephant.
That's so fucked. Anyway, the elephant we have to address this week is CJ is not here. CJ knew the schedule for this podcast a month in advance, and guess what? He still didn't show up.
No.
He still didn't show up.
You gotta rewind. There was more to that. There's more to that than just he knew the thing a month before. So basically, after we recorded the last episode, which was, as of recording today, was about a month ago, I asked him for a range of dates he is available. We all picked a date, the one date we were available in this month. And then my man turns around and says he has work. Bro,
I knew I had this. I scheduled my day off fucking as soon as we ended that Discord call, bro. As soon as we ended that Discord call. And guess who's not here? The supposed organized one, bro.
Yeah,
I go to school and I work 67 and a half hours a week total. You little bastard. How disrespectful. How absolutely disrespectful.
Tell him.
Can't believe you
couldn't get a sick day. Couldn't get nothing. Guess I also work 9 to 5. And this motherfucker, I'm up at 12 a.m. recording this pod for you. And you all still want to hear CJ talk about his fucking shitty Acura, and he doesn't even know what the fuck he's talking about.
Here's the bigger kicker.
The
fact that we hyped up talking about Monterey Car Week in the next episode, and I can't even fully talk about that because that fucking bastard isn't here because to refresh your guys' memory if you guys don't recall, me and CJ went to Monterey Car Week. He was here for I think 10 days, so we went like 9 of the days of Monterey Car Week. Like we went every fucking day, so like we have plenty of stories from that. But guess who has to wait another month because CJ isn't here? You guys. You gotta wait another month. Yeah. I'll talk about it a little bit later, but I'm just gonna gloss over some. I'm not gonna talk about it too much. I'll talk about it next time. But
otherwise CJ will go, where you?
Yeah,
I'm like, you little fucker, you missed it after a month, and then he had plans after we'd already booked out a date, bro.
That's when I go. Oh, I'm a little sick today, guys. I can't make it into work. Sorry.
Couldn't do that.
Couldn't do that.
Swear bro should have sick days too. Like, if there's any time you should take one, it's for the boys.
It's for the boys.
Which leads us to
for real.
So we have to fill in CJ's large shoes today. We brought in some why are you laughing, Cam? What was that all about, man?
Some Polynesian.
What's that all about?
Huge shoes. They are humongous.
They are huge shoes. There's
big.
only the 3 of us now, so like the shoes are bigger for all of us. And so
I'd say who we've got on to replace also has bigger shoes. Big shoes.
Yeah, he has pretty big shoes. Like his big ass Islander feet, like mine. They definitely fit those shoes. So today we have from none other than Drivecast 101. We have special guests, Pace or Stelio, or can I say your real name?
AKA the groomed.
Can I say
Audio Jungle.
or no?
No, I reckon you gotta bleep that out.
Okay.
Nah, I believe that.
All right. I just want to say 101 was the true 100. That was the boys 100 right there. Yeah, fucking Stelio. What a legendary episode. What a legendary episode. And we got up to some fucking shenanigans. I don't remember what, but I'm sure we got up to some fucking shenanigans. I'm sure in classic Stelio form, he threatened to bomb an establishment or something. So if it happens again today, sorry, but I had to learn the hard way, guys. I got my first ever YouTube strike. Did I tell you guys about that?
Yeah, I know. It was a community strike, wasn't it?
Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, Stelio's here. So it's lit.
And I just want to give a little bit of background before Stelio introduces himself. This man, he's from the underground. He's one of them creatures that
you could say.
Yeah, I'll let you actually introduce yourself. You introduce yourself. I don't want to do this for you. I feel like you should explain Wagwan for the people that don't know who didn't watch 101.
Okay, so I'm Guest 101, aka Pace, aka Stelio, aka The Groomed, aka the reason why everyone in Southside can't sleep at night. Sorry, I don't rock an exhaust, that's your problem. Yeah, I've just been the resident, like, hoon for the longest time, but it's why it's became so amazing that everyone in the group of the boys now has cars.
Yeah.
I used to be alone.
Yeah,
that's
most. Jay's still lacking. L.
Oh,
Damn. Yeah, and he's not even here to defend himself either.
No, I mean, again, that's L. That's L times 2. That's L times 2. So, you gotta sort your shit out, boys.
soon.
We've been
soon
driving.
You will be veteran. Soon, Jay. Soon.
Yeah, a creature of the underground is what I'd say is Stelio is really. I mean, there's a reason why he got to bleep out his name. That's all I'm understanding there. On a need to know basis.
It's like some
is
Midnight
out.
Club shit. You don't know their names. You just know their cars, type shit. Can I actually touch on that for a second?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
go.
Bro,
Hard.
I really got my first ever YouTube strike. Isn't that fucking crazy? Okay, so for those of you who are unaware and probably just think my videos are just nothing but vulgar, which they are, I still end up being monetized most of the time. I think the last video that got demonetized was before Horizon 5 came out. I made like kind of like a meme wishlist video on like what I would like out of a Horizon 5. And that was the last video to get demonetized because I didn't censor either a shit or a fuck within the first, I think, 5-10 seconds of the video.
Really? That's crazy.
So that was the
How many
only
flew?
video that I've had demonetized. So like usually I'm treated pretty good. I'm assuming what happened is, yeah, someone definitely got offended and reported the video. Fair enough, it is 2023. However, it is a little racist that a black person in my video said, "I hate funny word." Hey, that did not come out of my mouth, bro. That did not come out of my mouth. He has the right to say it. I can't say that. I can't say that. Don't pin this on
That's
me.
actually hilarious.
Don't pin this on me,
It wasn't
YouTube.
you.
I'm gonna play devil's
My
advocate.
God.
I'm gonna play devil's advocate and say,
I should have censored it though.
yeah, that's on you to be honest.
Yeah.
But
No, I'll
what I
take
will
full
say-
accountability.
What I will say is it's only a community strike.
Yeah.
Not
At
a
least I'm
copyright
not-
one. Copyright ones are the ones that you don't want to fuck with. And I believe
I've got a way
it
worse one.
goes- So copyright strikes take like a year to go, as where community strikes are a bit less time. I don't know what the exact time is.
I think it's 6 months.
6 months, yeah, so half the time. So yeah, I think it's like take it as a battle scar, like a battle wound.
I do need to go back, and this video will be deleted by the time this podcast goes out. But I need to delete that video where me and Jay did a design challenge, and I made a taxi that said something funny on the
Yeah.
side. It didn't say slur, but it said something very funny. Like it said funny
So
on it.
funny. You said something really funny.
Peter
Yeah.
funny. Neither
There-
Peter funny.
there's funny sticker on the window, and
Is it,
it's kind
was
of,
it the Confederate flag?
No, it wasn't that one. That was the video that got taken down though.
Oh, I remember that video. Yeah. I
Yeah.
remember that video.
The one that I'm referring to is a Need for Speed 2015 design challenge where we had to make taxis, and on the window I put
Audio Jungle.
I'll have to probably bleep
Bleep
that
that
in
out, yeah.
post.
You never
But-
have to bleep that out.
Oh,
Yeah,
yo, that got me covered.
it's not a slur, but it definitely like it's not okay.
Yeah,
It's very 2016. I was
Audio.
when I made the video, so give me
It's
some
the
slack,
great,
bro.
it's
I
a
was
great
little kid.
area in 2023.
It's
I'd
off
say.
its time.
Yeah, it is a great.
off its
So I
time.
do need to go back and I need to delete a lot or unlist. I think even if you unlist the video, since it's still just registered in YouTube
Nah,
system,
they can't do shit
No?
if they unlist it. Nah, if they unlist it,
unlist
yeah.
it for the boys,
Or-
but like yeah,
or even just
uh,
private it. Like don't even.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, but I think you'll be okay. I'm sure if I went back through my videos, I would find a lot of bollocks. But I think the difference between me and you is I've got like fucking, I don't even know
Yo.
how many thousand videos on the channel.
Yo,
So for
talking
someone
about
to
a
like troll
strike.
through all of that and then strike it would be very, very long. But some of them early videos, I remember, bro. Yeah, when obviously we originated the Deji meme back in the day. Yeah, I was going hard in that motherfucker about that guy. I was
Yeah.
saying like, say crazy things about death.
Oh, but the Porsche is kind of funny though, or Audi. It was an Audi, right? Yeah. Audi kind of funny.
TT.
I made jokes about that too.
Yeah.
Like underground tooed it.
It was funny. Yeah, it was funny. And
it was
Paul,
funny.
Rest in peace.
You may have dated a 16-year-old while you were 28, but rest in
it's
peace.
crazy he was a pedo. It was
Whoa, yo, we did what?
Oh, you didn't know
Allegedly.
about that? Yeah, it's
Nah.
alleged. It's not. I don't know if it.
Oh, solid, okay.
But
The
there is
streets are
solid
saying.
facts, but it's alleged. It's alleged. I'm not claiming anything.
Ooh.
I'm not claiming anything.
I'd say it's the same type of alleged like Michael Jackson got. Actually, probably worse than that
Yeah, because there's kind of like.
because it was out in public on
Yep.
smoke.
Yep.
You know.
On
But
the
hey,
main.
people in Hollywood just move different, bro, and that's why, like, even though I'm in school for film right now, I am not touching goddamn Hollywood. That shit is like.
That's a scary industry, bro.
No,
That's
it's
scary.
genuinely like wanting to go to San Francisco just because you want to for the day. Like, no one wants to do that in 2023, bro.
You know
I
what
don't
it is
know.
as well? Like, so for me, obviously, like, I've been in film now, like, professionally since 2019. And, like, there's nothing about actually making, like, Oscar-type films or, like, big project films that interest me when you can do social. Almost get
Neither.
everything else. I think the most like high end I would go is like documentary filmmaking. That's probably like my forte really. But there's nothing.
yeah.
There's nothing to it. I don't. Yeah.
I think me and you are
there's
in kind of the same wheelhouse where, like, for the moment, for those of you who are unaware, I literally have not advertised this anywhere, the NRD Plus channel. That is literally it. That is
your
only
shit, baby girl.
Okay. Don't mind if I do for 1 second. I made a second channel. It's literally just a dump channel. I'll just TLDR it real quick because I've never explained this anywhere. So there's 2 videos up on the channel right now. One is a cruise that I got on VHS. Literally, like, some of the shots from that cruise are like in the like idle screen on Drivecast that you're seeing right now, like next to us. So yeah, basically shot a cruise, edited it together with I used a Warhol and Maxo Cream song as the first song, and the second part, since the song was so short, I had to use 2 songs. I used like some Lava Boy track, but yeah, it was just like, it wasn't anything serious. I was literally driving my Miata while taking these videos, so it was a little dangerous, I'm not gonna lie. It was way worse than looking at your phone. So
Warning: completed by
yeah, do not
stunt driver.
Don't do that shit.
I love those disclaimers. I love those.
Guys, just to like put it into perspective, like in order to get some of the rollers, like I got a roller of like Armin like coming up like front fender, and in order to get that shot, I had my right leg or my right heel planted just on the gas, and then my toes on the gas, and then I was steering the wheel with my left knee, and I was going like this and like looking back like to drive. It was a little sketch, so do not do that. I don't think I got too close to anyone. I was pretty safe about it, but that's all you got to be. If you're gonna do something like that, just make sure that you know the road, you're safe about it, and everything will be all good. But yeah nothing too serious,
crazy.
just a little cruise that I filmed.
Yeah,
And then the other one was I have this friend Lucas. He's from Portland, Oregon. I live in California, so that's like fucking 14-hour drive away. It's really far. It's like, yeah, it's just really far away. And he came down. He actually did an entire West Coast road trip. It was called the RSR Tour. It stands for Rest Stop Roadster. And basically every town is a stop, or every like big town that he has pinpointed on a map is a stop, and he just coins it a rest stop because that's what those like little bathrooms are on the side of the highway with like the vending machines and shit, just in case you're not American and you don't know what a rest stop is. But yeah, he named it that. He did
Interesting.
See,
that's really interesting. So like, hold up, rewind. This is a podcast. We're talking right now.
yeah go for it.
Wheel it
Rest
up.
stop. So what? Like, there's just a vending machine and some.
So
Is that-
it's like a
what?
big ass parking lot, and this parking lot is only maybe like, it'll take you off the freeway, and then it'll probably just split off into 2 different parking lots. One being like a truck lot for like, you know, like lorry drivers.
No gas
to-
stations.
No gas station. It's no gas station.
Really?
It's just a rest stop. So
What?
basically, they're either just randomly in the middle of nowhere, or they're like, remember the one that me and
LA
CJ. This is
LA
like
Canyons.
Vista Point. Vista Point is, I guess, another term for
the one,
it.
the
but
one
it's
that I
just
came
like,
out of, and I kept doing the break-in fuckery.
Yeah, kind of like that.
Yeah.
But like it's just
Oh,
more.
that's crazy.
It's just more big on a freeway. And
Because we have
that's it.
service stations, which are like
Yeah, those are on like actual road exits, but the rest stops are
Yeah.
literally just the parking lot and then back on the freeway.
Oh, that's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. We don't have this. Anyway, sorry, carry on. I was just.
But yeah, they got vending machines.
Nah,
and
that's
shit.
curious.
They're just made to like.
We don't have those
just
either.
rest. But yeah, he had this West Coast road trip that he was doing publicly, hosting meets at every rest stop. And he began in Seattle, Washington. And that one looked pretty sick, but it was like really rainy. The one in Portland, the following stop was Portland, Oregon, and he said I think 94, 74, something like that. Like a ton of fucking people showed up. It was mainly Miatas. There's like one FD and maybe an AutoZam. There's like stuff within the Miata realm that was there as well. And then his next stop was Fremont, which is where like I live, in Bay Area. And while he was here, I was shooting a documentary with him. I just wanted to like basically get into like, what is the point of this road trip? What are you doing? What are all the
You
cities
talking about the
you're
video on
stopping
your
at?
channel, right? You're
Yeah.
talking about the video on NLD Plus. Yeah. Okay, now
Yeah.
I'm seeing where the dots connected. I don't know. Yeah, okay. He's talking
Yeah.
about the video on his channel. If anyone has got lost, 'cause I got lost for a second then.
And go sub to
No, I
90
was
plus
just saying,
if you ain't
yeah,
already.
I was just shooting that documentary, and I was asking him about everything about the road trip, and then I used my
it's a
VHS
lit
camera
video.
and my A7, and it was literally a school project, and I just threw it up on my channel because it's topical to my channel. It's fucking car shit. So, and people seem to enjoy it. It has like 500 views, I think, and it's like no one from like my channel really. Only a few people, because the only way that someone has found my channel is if they gone to my like dormant ass channel and went to the like recommended channels section, and that's where they'll see like this and RD Plus and shit. But yeah, I want to do more on there. There's just, I'm sorry, I'll be done momentarily.
No, you talk your shit. You talk your shit.
But I was just gonna do like really laid back. I wanted to do like 2014 style like playthroughs again, but like chop it up. So I wanted to do like classic racing game walkthroughs, but use my VHS camera as a face cam and play it on my PS2, like,
That'd
straight
be
from my PS2.
kind of wild.
Yeah,
Yeah, that would be kind of wild.
I don't know what to call the series because like I don't know, retro something sounds fucking corny. But I need to give it a name. But that's one thing I was planning on doing. It's just gonna be a throwaway channel. If I do some POV drives, maybe I'll throw up some like POV footage out of nowhere. But yeah, it's just a dump channel. The main channel is gonna stay the same, but I'm just gonna incorporate more real life stuff in.
I've been slowly
love to see your
brainstorming those kind
POV
of things
footage.
as well. Like, I really want to get into like. I think I've been playing hella F1 Manager recently. I'm
Shout
not
out
gonna
Straight Up
lie.
Art, by the way.
Yo,
Yeah, straight
Even
up
though it's not
there.
a thing yet.
But I think I'm gonna try to figure out some way of like making all the edited stuff still there, because
Mm-hmm.
I'm honestly like I'm so close to starting an F1 My Team career mode like series. Like I'm so close.
surely.
A lot, like,
I'd
just
be
like-
there to watch
just
it.
alongside the
I'd
other
be
stuff,
there.
like in the same vein as like the Battle Royale series kind of thing, where like you can imagine like I'm editing like drivers' voices in and shit, like kind of vibe.
Yeah.
Yo, add in lore characters.
Yo,
Greg
that's
and stuff
fucking
there.
mad daddy long legs. What the fuck? Whoa. What the shit? Yo, where's my phone? I gotta record this motherfucker. What the fuck?
Cam is being invaded live on Drivecast.
Home invasion
He's-
live on Drivecast, bro. That's crazy.
I know, it's crazy. Oh.
Bro, that shit was huge.
Where'd it go?
Nah, don't tell me you lost it, bro.
Oh no.
That shit was fucking huge. I don't know where the fuck it went.
No, bro.
Real life
You
fear,
did
bro.
not
Where
lose
did
it.
that go?
Hold up, sorry, 1 sec. Remind me of like Aragog from Harry Potter. That shit was scary as fuck. Anyway, sorry, resume.
Yo, I've just started watching the Harry Potter movies. I've never seen them in my life.
Really?
Really?
Yep,
I'm not
that's
watched them in a
wild.
long
I
time.
was a Lord of the Rings kid.
I haven't
Yeah,
watched him since like
I've never watched Lord of
Yeah.
the Rings.
Yeah, same. I haven't watched The
Harry
Hobbit
Potter,
or Lord of
bruh.
the Rings.
It's
They
solid.
the same thing.
Really good. Why did no one explain to me that Harry Potter had the life of like the brutal like state care life? Like, bro had no family. The state had to give him to the only family he had. He got abused. Like, he made it out the mud. That's a out the mud story, bro.
That is an out the mud story. He really
Free
got out the
Harry,
mud.
bro. When Ron came,
Bro,
oh,
that
mate.
motherfucker was living in the nastiest little goon room, bro. He was straight
Under
the
gooning it up
stairs.
under the
you know?
stairs, bro.
The stairs.
What the hell in the pantry?
You were put in storage, bro. As a human being, you were put in storage.
Wait, do you guys know what a goon room is?
No.
What?
So apparently there's this new thing. Like, it's unfortunate because, like, me and my sister, we like using the word goon. Just, like, randomly. Like, he's gooning it up or, like, sup goon. Basically,
Yeah, same
it's turned into a goon room is a room where people put, like, naked hentai posters on the wall. And it's just, like, a jack-off room. But, like, it's like a man cave, but, like, a like, hentai man cave. It's like a horny man cave. Yeah, that shit's wild.
That's so suspect.
So we lost the prime word of goon, bro. Rest in peace. to
No.
goon.
I'm
We
not
really
letting
lost
them
it to a bunch
appropriate
of
my
fucking-
word, bro. Yo, the women have already appropriated WAP from the hood. Like, that's not wet ass pussy. That's like a firearm, first of all. And wait, goon is now like, what is it just interchangeable with like coomer? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
Wait, what did
Yeah,
you
basically.
say?
coomer.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought you said something else. I was like, I have to bleep that out as well.
Have to bleak. Nah, yo, that's old. That's the old Steelio. That's the one who wasn't out of high school and don't have a job. Like, I can't be like that now.
Yeah, I might have to.
Also, I'm just way older. Like, we were so young back then.
Right.
We were like infants.
Well, what's happening? You look like you're having a stroke right now.
I think I'm just so confused. Right. Moving on. Anyway, obviously, CJ's not here, so he can't talk about his shit, but that's fine because it
Ooh,
leaves
but
it.
we
so-
do have something to tell you because you don't know about this because you've been gone.
Ahaha.
It's crazy.
Okay, yeah,
Something that
you
me
land
and-
because I'm gonna go on for a little bit. So you land.
Okay, I was just gonna say, me and Stelio have been working on something together. So as we all know, I have an NA Miata. Stelio has an A-Dub MR2, the first gen MR2, and both of those are like a direct successor from the like Lotus Elan. So they're basically like sister cars, but like they're made by two entirely
We're siblings.
different companies.
We sibs.
Yeah, but like
Bros for
we
real.
got car siblings. So just because like the Amira is pretty much like that's the last Lotus. Truly.
Oh.
We wanted to like make something like kind of keeping the heritage of Lotus alive just because of how much they've injected their bloodline into so many different things. And I'll just say the name. We don't have to say much more about it. But we wanted to name it Celebrating the Orchid, which is a good way to avoid copyright around the name, but like you know, you will know. We're gonna make like artwork for it, videos. Stelio was working on a book, possibly.
Like a whole auto car style magazine posters and all.
And like
including
I'm
the,
not
like,
gonna be
family
the only one
tree.
designing it. Stelio is as much in this as me. He's been like doing
I've still got
like a lot of the
your,
research.
Your original OG was it? They're literally on my fucking like my bed. Is it Umbro?
Oh, yo, I remember.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yo,
The
that's
purple
a,
one with the
yo, that,
white-
I do know what you mean. That's a long thing that goes back to I tried to repurpose something from like back in way back in the 80s, and then that is a whole story of like when Dad was over in the motherland for a little bit.
Yeah, that shit's wavy. No, that shit will be lit because you guys are both good in Photoshop, and you both
Nah,
got
yeah.
the eye. We both got the eye for it. The idea of
Like-
doing a magazine sounds hard. I'm not gonna lie. If you could somehow find someone to like make hardcovers and shit, that sounds lit.
Well, I know it's crazy. Me and Stelio kind of wanted to gatekeep the shit out of it, and if you know, you know, sort of thing. But,
Yeah.
And then
I
there's
wanna
also another
open
project.
up-
I don't think we're gonna talk
What?
about that one though. We'll tell you after the podcast.
Okay.
I don't know if
That
Stelio
one's
wants to
secret.
mention that one. But Celebrating the
Very
Orchid
secret, yeah.
is a project that we're going to be working on. I would assume, I don't know, because we are literally in the pre-concept stage right now. We're just mapping everything out. The last thing I'll tease is we kind of want to do a family tree design. That's it, though.
The family tree is ballistic.
And that was going
though.
to be
I've been
a
working
collab
on that.
between us, too. That was going to be one design, both made by us. And then I wanted to make a separate design, and then Stelio will probably make his own separate design. But yeah, we're going to make a shit ton of stuff out of it. But we're only going to like make it probably limited run shit. Because, yeah.
No, that sounds lit.
It's expensive to mass
And
print
to-
so much shit. Like,
Yeah,
and
I'm
you're kind of
down.
gambling.
And to
Like,
touch
fuck
on-
that. But yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, if all you gotta do is pay for the shipping, baby. I do not give a fuck about you paying me for the like design hours. I don't give a fuck about that.
Oh
Neither
no,
does
it's for the
Stelio,
cause.
I don't think.
For the cause.
I'll
For the
definitely put something
cause.
towards it for sure, bro.
Also, another alternate title I've thought of, for the thing is, I thought you could name it Law of Orchid, because it could be LAW or LORE, like the history, the law. Because I'm going all out
Yeah,
with this.
you
Like,
are.
I have their entire Formula One history. I have a list of all of their, like, a Hall of Fame for the designers and drivers that have brought Lotus to glory.
Throw it
Even-
throw some shit in chat, because I know you probably have it on your phone. Yeah, you have access to the Drivecast
yeah.
chat now, so you could throw some
Yeah,
shit
yeah,
in there
and
to like give us
Let me
give
take a
Cam
photo of the family
idea.
tree, because it isn't even done yet. I gotta add Kawasaki Ninjas now that I figured that out.
Yeah, you're going in. The actual design though will not be won't be too big. We're gonna simplify the family tree quite a bit. We're only gonna have the essentials there. But yeah, Stelio's going all out though. Like this is a full on passion project for him.
One thing I learned about this is I didn't know that the MR2's father is the DeLorean.
Yeah, that shit's wild.
And that was a whole debacle that involved the FBI in bricks in Florida. Like bricks. Like coke. Like, it was crazy. John DeLorean, oh my god, bro, what were you up to?
Yeah,
The most average Floridian.
He was on
Yeah.
crud. Yeah, should I go carry on with what I was talking about?
Oh yeah,
Oh, go.
yeah, go for it. That's all you really wanted to say about it.
Yeah, so obviously you can't talk about Car Week because one fucking wanker isn't here.
Bastard.
But I can talk about what I've been doing. I've been going all types of places. This last month,
Oh my god.
has been the first month after employment of me actually going out in the open world and doing things. So like, oh fucking hell, my fucking throat. One sec.
Let me clear my throat.
So sexy. I made my butthole a little moist.
All right, cool.
Continue.
I'm now ungrogged. So yeah, this is the first month of me basically like being employed and actually being out in the open world and being able to do things. So I'm gonna throw a bunch of pictures here of just things I've been doing. So the first thing I did, which I actually did talk about in the last episode of Drivecast, is I went to Anglesey. Absolutely mad. Some of the roads there were crazy, proper hairpins. Like the whole thing was crazy. First time I've been to that far, like into Wales. Anyway, I'm going to run you through the day. So I went with my girlfriend. That was good and bad. So like, you know, obviously it was good to spend a day with her, but at the same time, I could not. I was at 7. I wasn't even at 7. I was at 6/10, and she was like, "Cameron, slow down. Cameron, slow down. I'm gonna die." That whole
I'm gonna
experience,
die.
that wasn't ideal, really. You know, I'm not a dickhead, so like, you know, if someone's clearly visibly uncomfortable, like, I'm not gonna like push that, and I wouldn't do that. I'd do that. That'd be the same for anyone, no matter who they are.
Yeah.
You know, there's only very few people I'd actually push that limit with. I think we chatted about this in the last Drivecast. Jay is one of them. I think I mentioned this last episode about me making him feel sick in the car. Like, there's not many people I've done that with. So, like, you know, I'm one to respect people's, you know, like, anxiousness, you know, in that situation. But, you know, I still, you know, did my thing here and there. Like, you know, I went all the way out to these roads. So, like, when the roads were clear, we were giving it some beans. And as you can see from the video on the screen right now, you know, there were some pretty crazy roads when the traffic kind of, you know, died off. Anyway, we went for this meal, and this meal was like on the kind of like coast, and it was like literally on the edge of Wales. Like you couldn't get any more. There was the beach there, nice sandy beach and stuff. It was a nice day.
I remember you talking about that last time.
Yeah. I can put up some. I can send you all the photos and stuff. Actually, will remind me if I forget because I can send you all this shit. Anyway, I was leaving. Yeah, I was leaving. This place for the food. The food was shit, by the way. Don't go there. The lamb shit I had was fucking rock hard. They'd clearly burnt that motherfucker. Lamb is supposed to be like tender off the bone and shit. That shit was like dead.
I do want to say real quick, like seafood places in like bays or like beaches, it's very 50-50, bro. It's very 50-50 with food places on the beach.
Yeah,
it can either be immaculate or nah.
I would agree. So this place got like pretty high reviews on TripAdvisor. TripAdvisor's cap. Don't believe that shit. Anyway,
only white people use TripAdvisor.
And Google reviews. I cross-referenced it. I did all that. But that's not relevant. That's not the important part of this story. So the important part of this story is when I was trying to leave. So I was trying to leave, and there was kind of like, imagine a single track exit, kind of thing. I actually kind of want to just show you exactly what it is. We can cut this out in post.
Also, one thing I feel like if the viewers don't understand about Wales is have a look at Wales and their rally history, and you'll know those roads are insane.
Yep.
Like it's cliff.
Sorry.
When you told me last episode, Cam, to like Google I think it was North Coast 500, right?
Yeah.
I was like editing, right, and I was like, all right, let's find some photos, and I'm like, god damn, yeah, those roads are crazy. Like just the like cement roads, bro, are fucking wild.
By the way,
that remind me of home. I'm like, yeah.
The notes on that shit are crazy, but yeah, so that's literally where I'm talking about. So you see, there's a single track roads, it's one in, one out kind of thing. Anyway, I had the right of way, and there was a big like van on the other side, and I had already started moving. The van was there, stopped. He was not having any of it, and there was a few cars behind him. So I was like, you know what? It's my right of way, but clearly this motherfucker's not moving. So I backed up, and I went into kind of this little like reservation. Now keep in mind, obviously it's single track, so I have to be really careful as I'm reversing, whatever. Anyway, I reversed, moved out the way, even though it was my right of way. This motherfucker in this van, yeah, like swearing at me, doing all this, doing all that.
Oh my god, bro!
Then you shouldn't have been nice. With tribal tattoos. You can imagine exactly what this guy did. Yeah?
Fucking
no,
bro!
Hold on. It gets worse. So,
oh no.
I'd given him way, and he was going past, and he was swearing like this. What the fuck you doing? And I was like, bro, what the fuck? I gave you way. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Anyway, he kind of gets a bit further along. He opens his door. He gets out of his van. He comes up to my car, yeah? And I tried to lock the door because I just had a meal. I'm with my girlfriend. I'm not trying to fight some racist
and front the girl
white dude. Like, I'm not on that, kind of thing. Keep in mind, there is a line of cars in this single track, like, road. So, like, not really anywhere I can go, really. Anyway, he comes up to my door. He opens my door. He opens my door. I shit you not.
If you don't get
I'll
back,
get Jazz's confession so you guys have a first-hand account for this.
No, I believe you. You wouldn't lie
I believe
about
that because I've seen it happen.
This is how crazy it is. This is literally what happened. He opened my door, and I was like, I literally looked at him and I was like, you're a psycho. I kind of like tried to like kind of drive off. I mounted the curb a little bit, and cars were giving me away like I was an ambulance. Like that was the vibe, and there was just a bunch of old white people staring at this motherfucker as I was driving off, saying, "You fucking this, you fucking that," kind of thing. Bro, that is the only time anyone's ever opened my door. Yeah,
that's
like a
wild.
GTA. It was like GTA.
Yeah.
The shit was wild.
I've had it happen once.
More importantly,
that's
I
us,
think
that's us.
Yeah, hold on, let me land. More importantly, like, yeah. So, firstly, the car was fine. I mounted the curb, but nothing happened to the rim. Like,
Dope.
he didn't make any. Like, he didn't start. Like, if I locked the door, that could have actually been worse because he probably would have like started whacking the window. Then I would have lost my shit. And if I'm not a clean fighter, so like if I fight, it's to the death. I'm not fighting.
Oh yeah,
I'm
I
not
thought you were gonna say
fighting
to
for
the
no
nuts.
like fisticuffs bullshit. I'm getting my keys in my hands and I'm fucking you up, like, and I'm gonna kick you in your balls and I'm doing all that shit. I'm not here for that. Like, if you want to fight me, I'm gonna fuck you up. Like, yeah, you can take the boy out of wolves, but you can't take the wolves out of the boy. That's all I'm saying.
Audio.
Free
Big
till I die.
facts.
That's not where I live. Don't try to find me now. But,
shout out the blog.
no, for real. Like, I'm not on it. Like, I'm not on that. Like, if it was possible to run him over and then drive away, that's what I would have done. But yeah, shit was
Well, I know what
wild.
sucks
I've
is,
never
like-
ever. There's a few occasions I've had this last few months where I felt like a criminal. So that was one example. Then another example where it was when I was allegedly smoking some tree in the park. And
Which is
my
fine.
man came up to me and did some absolutely outrageous things. My man made me feel like I was smoking like smack. Like, and that was the way I feel.
You're on H.
Similar situation to
weed, bro.
that thing there. I felt like I was in the wrong,
Just a
even
little
though
bit of
this
weed.
man. Yeah, it was crazy. Anyway, sorry, Stedo, land, because you said something like this happened to you as well.
I've had that happen to me. It was one time where, to be fair, we were supposed to be in high school. We weren't. We ditched at lunch, and the bro had his 32 GTS TE 4-door, so we're jumping in. We're going to Macca's, and fam, it was akin to that. It was like some fucking tradie dude in a van, and he jumps out and like goes up to the car and tells, "Oh, you boys are in uniforms. Why are you not at school?" It's like, what, bro? Who the fuck are you?
You know what happened
Who the
that
fuck are
day? We
you?
both made a Facebook post. We made someone's Facebook post that got like 2 likes. One of them was of his mom. Yeah, you know.
Oh, he's fuming, eh? He's fuming. And the comment, "I'm so sorry that happened to you, darling."
Yeah, what can I say? The brown man be winning in the Porsche. That's all I gotta say. That's all I got.
Bro, they're just hating.
They don't
for
wanna
real.
see you
They're
win.
just hating.
Yeah, for real. But like, yeah, it was all. It's a story I can tell. I can laugh because nothing actually came of it. It was.
I
just a fucking,
almost had something similar happen to me, but I'm not sure if it was as aggressive or more aggressive. It was really weird. So I was leaving my ex's house at like 2:30 a.m. I had to get up for class the following morning, and I didn't want to drive all the way from San Jose. Like, fuck driving all the way from San Jose, like hella north San Jose. So I went home at like 2:30. I just woke up, went home, and as I was just like warming up my car, because you know I'm not the type to like just CJ's the type to just start up his car and just immediately start driving when it's
fucking revving the shit
37.
out of it.
Yeah, and revving the shit
Bro,
out of
didn't
it.
he say
Mate.
last week about him? He coasts and then tries to like cook his brakes or something. Like I can't remember. I feel like I remember him saying something like that about that.
Bro,
Like,
whenever
last
I'm
week.
like going down a hill and I need to like slow, I literally just gear down and then I only go on the
Engine
brakes
brake.
if absolutely need be. I fucking hate, by the way, I just want to say this, all of us can agree to this. I hate when people are in the fast lane and they're braking on a hill. It's like, move the fuck over if you're gonna start braking,
Yeah,
bro.
I just
Move
can't
the fuck
deal
over.
with people who fucking brake.
Oh my god.
What? Yeah. I just,
Like,
yeah,
why are
I
you
can't do
braking?
it.
There's no cars are in front of you. You're just braking so you could like stay under 75. If that's the case, move the fuck over, bro. Oh, it's so annoying. Just because like you can, my commute to instead of work school, which is I feel like equal distance. I don't know how far you drive, but I drive 41 miles each way to school and back home.
Oh,
I think it's a little bit less than that. I'm actually gonna Google it just so I know
Still though,
for
like I
sure,
know
but
you
it's-
still have a decent commute, like 30 plus miles, right? For sure.
Yeah, I think it's about. I want to say it's.
I
Like,
know you have a decently long commute.
Yeah, so the actual commute itself is about an hour.
Yeah. Same here.
But the mileage, I'm not actually sure. It's actually 20 miles.
Damn.
20 miles.
but-
It takes an hour to get to and from, and that's if that's on a good day. It's taking me like an hour and a half sometimes to get.
Here's
back
the thing
to work.
though, like with me, I kind of have a cheat code. This is the reason why I didn't go to like I'm not gonna say where I'm not gonna hint at where I'm not and am going to school, but there's some other options on the table. This is just the most convenient for me. But fuck, bro. Even though I go against traffic, there's still fucking idiots on my side of the road. Even though I'm not on the like really heavily trafficked side.
Yeah.
But yeah, fucking me and UCAM, we have similar commutes except I feel like way less people because the UK is so much more dense than California is.
Yeah,
but I have
yeah.
I also too have a like 2 lanes on each side, 4-lane highway all the way to school. So I understand the frustration
of all 4 lanes being blocked up, bro. Honestly, when I first started going to that job, like, you know, I was very, very obedient. But nowadays, I'll be in the far left lane doing madness.
Same,
Not
bro.
cutting, not
It's
cutting
been
no
so
one up,
quickly.
not cutting
No.
no one up or anything, but just being
We're not
in the
playing
lane
RZ.
that's moving the fastest. Because
Yeah.
these man don't know how to drive. Don't get
No.
twisted. On the way back, if I'm tired, I will just go park it in the right lane. But more
Bro,
time,
I'm
I'm trying to, you know.
I give people the chance, bro. What I do, I try to drive the freeway as properly as possible. I try to drive like a German. I like stay to the right unless I'm passing. And sometimes, bro, if that right lane is just open and someone's hogging the left lane and I'm like behind them for at least 500 yards, I'm like, okay, I'm just going to undertake you. But I give them the chance to at least move over so we can maintain proper order right of way on the
Indicate
freeway,
left,
you know what I mean?
you just wait a second
Yeah.
before you put your foot
Literally.
down, just so they know you're there and you're not going to fuck it up, or maybe even have a little bit of space to go if they do
Sorry,
some
I know this
madness.
conversation is confusing because we drive on opposite sides of the road. My bad. Just,
Yeah, so like when
but,
you're in the
yeah.
overtaking lane, going to the other lane, the
Yeah, I'll
slower
like
lane?
I'll ride their ass for a bit
Undertaking,
if they're
just
in the
undertaking.
if they're in the overtaking lane and they're not overtaking anyone, they're just hogging up the lane. I'll like go on their bumper for a bit and I'll flash them too, but people don't know what that means nowadays and I'm not trying to get shot, so I don't do it very often.
Fuck.
But-
That's scary.
but basically,
yeah,
like,
flashing could be
I'll, like-
dangerous. I don't do that shit.
Yeah, I'll get it, but that's what you're taught in the DMV. Anyway,
Really?
people don't understand
I
that.
usually
People,
put my
bro,
indicator
80%. There's, I'm gonna put a statistic on screen right now because I know it exists. 80% of people in the U.S. will fail their driver's license if they retook it. I just
Yeah,
want to
that
say,
doesn't
like, that's how
surprise
bad
me.
people are here. I'm sure it's probably similar where you guys live as well.
Yeah.
Possibly.
Probably, yeah.
I'm not sure.
There
I'm
was
not
a
sure if
stat
they're
for
as
that
bad
as
as
well
Americans,
here.
though. I'll be
I
honest.
don't think it's as bad. We actually give way here. That
Yeah.
was one thing. This is another thing I'll talk about a little bit later on in the podcast. When I went to Malta, like literally, like came back a few days ago. Them man, them man drive like it's GTA. Over here, we actually have manners, like in terms
Yeah.
of like road manners and stuff. But what you were saying
People's
about
road
the thing
etiquette
about
here
road
is-
don't get
etiquette.
twisted. I do flash people occasionally, but like what they do in Germany? This is something I figured out when they did in Germany. Is they'll put their indicator up to like right in this country. I guess it would be left in your country, kind of thing. As you're
Nope.
behind someone,
Uh,
instead of flashing.
Oh
them.
yeah.
We have the
But like I
we
said,
have that.
sorry, I
but-
just want to say real fast, like 5 seconds.
Go.
If I'll like give them the chance to like move over, but yeah, if they don't, bro, I just undertake. I just go on the undertaking lane and I pass them. I just stay there. I want to maintain right of way order on the freeway as properly as possible. Like I said, I drive like a German. I feel like that's the proper way to fucking drive anyway.
See, I'm
it's
different
just
to
annoying,
that.
bro.
I'm different.
Road
to
etiquette
that.
here sucks.
So I would do the undertake, and then I just go back into the right lane and just zoosh, like how I see it is if there's no one catching up to me in my rear view.
Yeah,
then
no,
I'll
I
just
totally
stay in
get that
lane.
too.
Yeah, I'd
Yeah, I
stay in
totally get
lane.
that. I feel that. But Celia, you're gonna say something.
One
sorry.
of the road etiquette things here, funny enough, for like instead of flashing, what we're taught here is you use the hazards, and after like 10 ticks, then you just overtake them.
10.
That's legal.
Oh really? That's
Yeah, like
interesting.
1, 2, like you give
That
them
makes
like a
sense,
10
though.
count,
Yeah,
and
that
if they don't, you just get past them, and that's legal.
Just want to say, actually, on the topic of hazards, I think I saved myself from a really bad rear end accident in the Miata today. I was driving home,
Ooh.
and there's this portion of the highway where it's still just 2 lanes on each side, and I got over from the right. Obviously, since the Miata and slow, gear down to 4, even though I'm on the freeway, and then make my way into the overtaking lane. And I'm sitting there for a bit, and then out of nowhere, the traffic goes from 70 to 20 to 10, like almost dead stop. And I see this big Jeep Cherokee just gunning it behind me, going like 75 at least. I had my hazards on when we initially started braking, and then when I realized it was like really like braking hard, And I saw them like really get close, and then they like slammed on their brakes. I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ! If I didn't throw on my hazards,
So, I was literally about to say that. So you do that there as well. Like, so basically, when there's like a sudden acceleration,
no one else does it.
Oh,
no one
really?
else does it. Literally,
that's
I'm the only
here.
one.
Yeah, that's
It is
here.
etiquette, totally, and that's why I'm telling you, bro. American drivers are fucking stupid. That's why, like, I try to drive as properly as possible to avoid any incident whatsoever.
Bro, I'll be putting my hazards on, even if it's like a 60 to 30, because I'm not having anyone like go into the back of me. My hazards are going straight on, because people, when they see that, they think, oh shit. Bro, I'll be doing that when it's like there's like a 20 miles per hour difference, because no one's going into the back of me.
I'm not sure if you recalled, but like whenever I'm in tight traffic areas, I do have my like two fingers, because in the Infinity it's stupid and it's all the way over on the right side of the dash when I drive on the left. But I would like rest my fingers there just in case I needed to tap the hazards. Use your hazards, boys. That shit is like a lifesaver. Genuinely, that hazards button, it's there for a fucking reason, and it's accessible for the most part, unless you drive a goddamn Infinity and it's all the way over on the right. But for the most part, use that fucking hazards button, because when you're everyday driving and shit, like, that comes in clutch more often than you would think.
Do you use your hazards to like thank other drivers?
Yep.
Yeah.
Whenever I'm on like a road with bicyclists, because there's a lot of mountain roads around here that, like, I think all of the mountain roads around here allow bicyclists. So when I'm like passing them, I find a like safe portion to pass where I could kind of like go on the double yellow to give them room. I'll like throw on my hazards real quick, because that's just etiquette. And then, or if people
I don't ever
pull
do that
over,
for cyclists.
fuck cyclists though, for real. Anyway, if people use a turnout though, I throw on the hazards
way
from.
kind of thing.
I give them thanks.
I do that as well.
So yeah, use your hazards buttons.
Defo. But
Safety tip of the day.
But yeah, so Anglesey wasn't the only thing. I thought that story was pretty fucking crazy, to be honest. Like, yeah, I've told that story to a few people, and they've just been like, what the fuck? Like, absolutely crazy. But that's not the only thing that happened. Not quite as mental as that story, but I guess Malta was a little bit crazy, but we'll get onto that in a bit later. Because firstly, I want to talk about... I actually went to a car show. First car show since fucking Ultimate Dubs. Fuck. Way too long, man. Way too long.
Refreshing, huh?
Japanese performance car show or some shit. I'm actually still like in the process of editing all these photos. I did link them in the chat, so if you want to have a look at some of the raws. Some crazy builds. The UK can be quite hit or miss on the shows. With the kind of builds and stuff, but some of the cars at this show were really good. With my favourites being the Milka, is it a Copen? I can't remember off the top of my head what exactly it was, but there was a Milka like K car. Milka, for those that don't know, is like a European chocolate brand. It's fucking hilarious. It had this really nice interior with like it was like had like blossom trees and shit on the inside. Some really creative builds, which I was quite surprised by. But yeah, you know what? It was really good to go there. I went there with my mate Hayden. I think I talked about him on the podcast before, but
shout out.
He actually owns one of 3 red S2Ks in the country. Guess you literally there was literally I couldn't believe this when I saw it. So
3?
Yeah, 3. So yeah, his is completely stock. The one that was at the show was also completely stock.
That's crazy.
Crazy. Yeah, there was 3 red ones left in the country, like factory red.
Damn.
And it was Yeah, it was there at the show. I think the one at the show it was really pristine. I can't remember how many miles. I feel like it was like sub 30k miles on it or something like that. You know, really pristine condition S2K. But yeah, some really cool builds. It was really nice to go to a show like that. Again, like it was a small and intimate show. There's a few things which I just think of were fucking stupid. So, for example, if you had any other car that wasn't Jap, you couldn't park there, which was stupid because like they could have so easily just said like, the Jap cars park here, and then all other cars park in the separate area. There was a whole lot that was empty, you know, and and even towards the end of the day, their cars kind of started to filter out, and it was just empty.
Yeah,
you know, they could have made so much money off charging people for parking on site, you know, in a separate area. Because I saw TTS RSs turned away at the gate. I saw all types of shit. I saw all types of shit. E30s, like loads of cars turned off at the gate. I just thought it was silly. I get it's a Jap show, but you lot are fucking retarded for not letting.
Here's the thing too, especially in
park.
2023, like a lot of cars outside of just Japanese cars have Japanese influence on them. Yeah. So like everything is like crossbred nowadays. So I don't know. That's just silly to me. Whatever.
No, it was absolutely fucking retarded. But yeah, some of the builds there were crazy. There was an FB, if you look in those photos, look for 1376. That FB was fire. I know you'll cream your pants for that one.
I already nodded. I lost.
Really, really tasteful builds, but it's definitely got me in the mood to try go to more shows. I think next year I'm going to make an effort to go to a lot more shows. Like I was talking about in the last episode, going to Flat 6.
Ooh, that'd be so nice.
Flat 6 show at Goodwood. But like I think I'm going to make more of an effort to do that kind of shit. And even like things like caffeine and stuff. It was really good to be back in that environment. It was cool. And I do miss, like, obviously I've got a soft spot for the Jap stuff, you know, like, just because I obviously don't drive one anymore, like, doesn't mean I don't have a soft spot for all that shit. Like, you know, it was cool seeing all those builds.
In a previous life.
Yeah, no, it's cool. And it's like, you know, I think one thing for me going to that show specifically, which was kind of funny, is like the people that were there, like, so different to like Jap Fest a few years, the last like Japanese show I went to. You know, like so TikTok generation. And then, like,
that's unfortunate. I think that's everywhere though. Like everywhere is just polluted with fucking TikTok users. It's disgusting.
And you know what?
Like,
it's not just cars either.
I was just gonna say it waters. It's every community. It just waters down like the entire community and makes it less intimate. It's very unfortunate the way that the internet has taken a turn since like 2016. Literally, I say this all the time, bro. We don't live in 2023. We live in PH7. We live in fucking the 7th year of post Harambe, bro. It is dystopic nowadays, bro.
And the dark timeline began.
Yeah.
And I think like, just on that note, like I think the Japanese scene from when I was properly in it to now, it's not. I don't recognize it. It's not the same thing. Like you know, when I had my MX-5, for example, or my Suzuki, or whatever. Like you know, the price point for JDM cars completely different to now. We kind of were talking about this before we started the pod, but like you know, S13 130 brake NA manual with 100k miles on is 18k. What the fuck?
The vile.
It is vile.
Here
for a car with 136 brake.
Oh yeah, dude, my car with 137,000 miles on it, which is like a fair amount of miles for the US. It's like middle of the road.
Yeah.
Bro, my car goes for 10 to 12 and I bought it for 4. Like I genuinely thought about like, oh man, one day I would love to get an NB. It's not even worth it anymore, bro. Like honestly, for the same amount of money I could get, like I could import a Cosmo. Like it's unfortunate.
I hear it.
People no longer buy Japanese cars in country anymore because we've been hit by like the American inflation of drift tax. No one buys shit here, and it's all everyone complains about because it's like, do I pay, like, for my car, how I got my car is an entire story back in 2017, where it was one of those, one of your friends hits you on a call, hey bro, I'm going to court for, anti-hoon law, like breaking a bunch of, like just being a degenerate behind the wheel, and I need $1,000 in court fines. I'm willing to sell my 84 MR2 to you right now.
By the way, for people who don't know, Celio lives in New Zealand. We can say that, right?
Yeah, easy to say that.
Just for people that don't know.
No, that's fine, roofing.
Yeah. I'm just gonna
but
carry on.
I got my car for $1,000, and back then it would have been about 7 to 8,000 New Zealand for NMR2 ADub. They are going for 16, 18k now. Like, it's actually gotten so bad. What people are doing now is they are finding a car they want. It's too expensive. They'll meet the owner and they'll come back and rob it. Come back, pop that window, rip the ignition out.
crazy.
It's gone. It's actually rampant. Because you people can't afford that shit. Like,
Yeah.
one thing I've realized about New
happening
Zealand
here.
relative to like the rest of the world is we're kind of like poor and ghetto in a lot of ways relative to like most of the first world.
Yeah.
But when we're like pretty happy with it, the car boys and that, we're not too happy now. Like it's completely outpaced everyone that a decade ago could have easily gotten into the scene.
Yeah.
They can't afford to now.
Yeah.
And I actually
was
want to
just
go
gonna-
like 1 point further than that because again we were chatting about this before the pod. I'm gonna make a case for that. England is the worst place to be a car person. Like kind of going.
I'm not
back,
gonna fight you on that.
Yeah, kind of going back to what we were chatting about. Like not like too expensive to own. Oh my god! To even
Insurance through there. Oh.
So yeah, insurance is one thing, but you add tax onto that. You know, you add all the other bits on top of that. Fuel, like I don't know. I haven't got any numbers behind this, but I imagine like the UK is probably one of the highest for like petrol prices. You know, in the country, a lot of young people here now don't even get their driver's license anymore because it's like I just use public transport
Same.
because it's a lot
Yeah.
easier and cheaper. And even a car person, I don't drive my car like any more than what, like 30 miles, 30, 50 miles maybe, because it is literally 1/3 of a price to get a train. Like I will, you know, to go to London, for example, like cost me £25, £30 return kind of thing, you know, but if I was going to take a car, it'd take me upwards of 100, you know, it's crazy. Like, then you think about modified cars, you know, and things like the Jap scene. It's crazy that
Your guys' roads suck.
yeah,
Your guys' roads fucking suck.
yeah, for
Yeah.
real, they do. Like that's before you even get into the speed cameras and the potholes and all that other shit.
That's what I was thinking of.
Yeah, that's before you get into any of that shit.
Yeah.
Which is also
That's
the worst
rough.
it's ever been because they don't repair the roads no more. It's the worst it's ever been with me
Mate.
driving anyway. Like, you know, I don't think I ever remember a point in my life where it's been this bad to the point where like you're swerving all over the road. And even on the incident I had with the tyre when there's been shit in the middle of the fucking road. Anyone who drives through Birmingham on the M5 will know about shit just being knocked into the middle of the motorway. Like, yeah, long. Or M6, sorry, not M5. But yeah, no, I will make the case for the fact that like England is the worst place to be a car person at the moment, other than like Afghanistan.
It might be good there. I don't know. I haven't checked. Hey, they might be getting in the crazy cars now and just be whipping it. Really?
I just want to
Who
say,
knows?
I want to interject and mention another country before we hear fucking moaning in the comments, because I know there's a percentage of them. We know Germany also sucks too, as far as Europe
Germany
goes.
is ruthless.
Um,
Most of
it
Europe,
though?
honestly.
Apparently the laws, like, bro, if you literally touch your car, you get a fine.
Oh, really?
Like, you throw on different wheels, or I heard their laws are impossible. It is so pay to play there, like even more so than California. Because I thought, like, bro, fucking modifying the car the way you want and getting fucking pulled over by a cop and getting a $1,000 non-correctable fine that you can't even fight is ridiculous in California. Germany, I heard it's worse than that. So, you know,
I do
I'll let
remember.
them
I
have
do
their
remember.
flowers. Steroids.
I've spoke to a few Germans who own cars over there. I do remember them saying like it is pretty mental. I think we have different types of problems to that.
yeah, you do. It's just their laws.
Yeah.
Their laws suck.
a very
And it's crazy the fact that our laws are literally the only. California's the only state, for those of you who don't, non-American viewers who don't know, California's the only state where you will get fined, or like I guess the Australian equivalent too for any Aussies watching is like getting what do they call it? They call it,
stickered.
no, it's like called, they get state ref 2. I forgot what it's called.
All state roof, yeah.
But yeah, basically, it just sucks. 49 out of the 50 states are perfect. You can modify your cars the way you want, and you won't get fucking pulled over for no reason. But in California, it's different. Literally, your car is 2 decibels louder than stock. The cops are gonna pull you over, have you pop your hood, have you open your butthole. Yeah, it's fucking terrible.
I think the one thing that makes it worse here as well is, like, you know, in the States, if you like work at a fast food restaurant, what's the minimum wage over there for a fast food worker? Like $18? Is it $18?
It depends where you live. The federal minimum wage is $7.25.
But in Cali, if you like,
in California, it's $15.50, I believe, or 16 is the minimum. Bro, Stelio, we forgot to mention too. Not only does Stelio have an A-dub, but you also have.
Oh yeah, I have me daily, the A to B. It's a Ooh, I can't even actually remember the year. The chassis is I think it's the K70.
Yeah,
Toyota
KP70.
Starlet.
oh shit,
Yeah, Toyota Starlet in that seafoam green 5-speed.
yeah, that's lit.
Goes hard on the way to work.
I've been thinking about a Suzuki Jimny.
Ooh,
So
I like that.
Yeah, reason being, or like if that was too much, like an Alto or a Fit or something like that, just literally, you know, on a multi-car policy, it would basically bring my Cayman's insurance down by quite a lot. And then also, obviously, I get the big MPGs, which is like needed considering I get 25 to the gallon on a good run because I drive like a crackhead. But like, yeah, Suzuki Jimny, I think that would be lit. I think that would be lit as fuck.
Want to know what would be lit on the same topic of Suzuki? Just because Mazda and Suzuki were like this in the 90s? Bro,
Twin in it.
I need me a late 80s, early 90s Suzuki every van, bruh.
Yes,
I need me an every
yes,
I'm
yes.
googling
The vans.
every van.
Yeah, look up Suzuki every van.
Yeah. I know this.
That should go hard.
Yeah,
that
that's lit
shit's
as fuck.
stupid.
I'd quite happily
That's
have
just
some. You know how
stupid.
lit it would be to just pull up to like anywhere. You could pull up anywhere and sleep in the back of that.
Literally.
Sleep at the meet, yo.
Yeah, we could literally, like, instead of like when you come to the UK, we could sleep wherever you want, bro. We sleep wherever you want.
Bro,
Sleeping
he's
with
gonna
it.
have
tinted windows.
Cam's gonna have-
all that.
Cam's gonna have a fucking goon cave in the back.
Yo, Coon Cave with the boys. Let's go.
Instead of hentai pictures, it's just pictures of like all the boys, like
Drivecast.
yeah, all the boys
Stills.
with titties and, you know, big
That'd be
bunda.
so hot.
Yeah.
You'd have like a
Talking
little
about
like
seat- another
1999 Windows 2000 PC setup back there, and you have like the mouse rest pad. It's just like a picture of my face with big ass titties to like rest your wrist on.
Yeah, and it's
Little
just me,
mouse pad.
and it's just me there on FL Studio,
Making beats in
making
the
beats
oh.
in the goon band. That sounds a joke. It's like also proper plug vibe. Plug.
Honestly, that's terrifying to know what goon means in that sense, because I've always attributed like goon to like the goon squad, aka like the screws in like juvie in jail that come in and like beat you when you don't act right. That's like scary now. The goon squad has a whole different meaning.
Well, goon in
The
the
goon
UK,
squad is multiple people in the goon cave.
yeah, goon.
Ugh.
Goon in the UK means like someone who's just a bit of an idiot.
Yeah, it means you're either an idiot or I always remember it being referred to as like, hey, me and my goons.
Yeah. Obviously, depending on the context of use, I guess you could say the bold tribal tattoo guy is probably a goon.
He's like the stupid goon.
He's
though.
a fucking idiot
Like,
goon, you know.
Yeah, actual subhuman goon.
He's the crash
Bro,
dummy.
who the fuck does that?
Bro,
who
you
has
know,
the audacity to do
I'm
that?
not
That's
gonna
crazy.
lie. As I was
crazy.
driving away, I was like, I cannot wait to tell that story on the podcast.
Yo, thank
I
you,
was
bro. You
driving
gave me a
back
story.
And like, yeah, when I was driving back, my girlfriend was like, I can't believe. I was like, that's gonna be a really good story on the podcast.
Mate.
To be fair, that literally leads perfectly on to what I wanted to chat about a bit earlier as well. And this kind of rounds up my monthly activities. I can give you guys a bit of a rundown on what I go on for the next month, because I actually do have a few things planned here and there. Yeah, so I went on holiday. To somewhere warm for the first time, like probably since LA, I think. So it's not been
Since
super.
you saw us.
Yeah, no, it's not been super long. I went to a little island called Malta. I'm not going to talk too much about the little bits and bobs we did. You know, we went to all types of places. It was really good. 30-degree weather. You know, like it's basically like a little island. In Europe, but it's pretty much North Africa. Like, you know,
Yeah.
It's as far as you can get. It like being in Europe, Southern Europe, like without being in Africa, basically. And one of the things I was shocked by, I didn't get it. I don't think I got any photos or videos because I was just, you know, it was so hot. You didn't want to have your phone out, like, because you know you just cook your phone. The car culture there, man. Oh my days! I'm sure it'll be so easy to find images online and shit. We were like literally having like lunch outside one of these like little brunch spots, and you know, AMG GT whatever the fuck, like G30 body 911s, like Boxsters, and then you see like, you know, TRD Celicas, like all types of shit, you know. Celicas, shut the fuck up. I don't give a fuck. I'll war you. Yeah, no, the car culture there was fucking mad. And that's before we get on to how they drive there. My people drive like absolute fucking psychos there. Like, no space. Like, yeah, shit's crazy. Like, yeah, they drive like they're in some third world country. It is mad. And then you've got like...
Yo, look in chat. I just went to a random place in Malta. I literally just dropped in the street view on just a random place, and I just immediately see that.
What the fuck?
Yo.
Yeah, that is wild. What,
That's
are you
fire.
talking about the fucking Mitsubishi air conditioning thing?
Yeah, the air conditioning fucking Mitsubishi, that goes hard.
Yeah.
Imagine posting
That
an Evo
font
up
is
outside
hard.
of that bitch.
To the right.
Yeah, it was crazy. I learned a few fun facts. I'll give you guys a few fun facts about Malta. It's a tax haven for the rich. Cristiano Ronaldo
Delaware.
has a Maltese passport. So does David Beckham. Interesting fun fact.
Fire. Tax evasion.
Yeah, $2 million it costs to get a Maltese passport.
go.
So if you,
Dude, you are not lying. I'm seeing an EG down the street from this shit.
bro, I'm
yeah,
telling
you are not lying.
I'm not lying, bro. This shit was lit. On the Sunday specifically, I remember just walking around and be like, "What the fuck, Subies and all types of shit." It was lit. It was very lit.
Still
And
looking.
bikes as well. They
Still
love their bikes. Saw loads. I saw Kawasaki
Oh, I bet.
Ninjas. Saw like Harleys. All types of shit. It was wild. The car culture. You wouldn't think it for such a small island, but it is a tax haven. So that does, you know, start to make a bit more sense. In
Fun fact about Malta
grand
that I just saw: it is more south than Spain is, which is wild.
Oh yeah.
And Spain literally borders Africa.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
wild.
It is it's literally basically Northern Africa. Shit was wild.
Yeah.
Like closer to like Tunisia.
Yeah.
Oh, it's on the equator. Oh, no wonder it's so warm.
Yeah, and they have like they're quite close to Italy, like southern Italy. So like there's a lot of like Italian influence over there as well. But
Yeah.
in terms of car culture, it was pretty spread, like Jap, all types of shit. Yeah.
I'm seeing that on Google Maps right now. I'm still looking around Malta, and I'm seeing some wild shit, bro. I'm not gonna like say anymore, but like I'm seeing wild shit here.
Yeah, it was lit.
That just sounds like a sick spot to
I
visit.
would have not
Jesus.
wanted to drive there though.
Oh,
So they
fuck
so
that.
they drive on the UK side of the road, but
Oh, I just realized that. Yeah, they do.
Yeah. But like, you would not want to drive there. Like, yeah, we saw a few like tourists fuck up their hire car on the way.
It is
in.
Taurus.
There's actually one story I can tell. This is a fucking mad one. So, firstly, this guy had like a 3 Series. It was like a E46. It looked like a 320i or something like that. But it had the M3 front bumper, big exhaust, whatever. And he's ragging it around like the city centre. It's the St. Julian's, if you want to type it into Google, whatever the fuck. Really tight streets, by the way. We're like tighter than England. Like, if you have a look around on Google Maps, you'll see it. They're really, really tight roads. And my guy, you know that thing where like he's just going up into first and second and giving it full beans and like trying to drift around corners, but it's just understeering. So, yeah, me and my missus were walking down this road and we see him go past and I'm like, oh, what's that? Because I can kind of hear something in the distance with this loud exhaust. And I see the front of it. I'm like, no way, that's an M3. See the back of it. It was a 320i. And I'm like, what the fuck, man?
Oh, my God.
And I see him go around the corner and I heard, skirt. And me and my girlfriend were chatting and we're like, he's a fucking dickhead. Like, why are you doing that around here? Like, you go somewhere else. Like, he's literally going to crash. I kid you not, literally 5 seconds after I said that, in the foreground, all you could hear was...
Oh, that's such a
yeah,
distinct
bro.
sound.
And, you know, it was one of them bangs, the way you can hear the suspension go... kind of thing. Like, you know when Han got murked in Fast
That
and
hurts my
Furious?
heart.
You know when Han got murked in Tokyo Drift and it goes... like, it was one of those ones.
Yep.
Big, heavy thing. And yeah, I couldn't believe it. It was like we talked it into existence. But my guy had it coming, to be fair.
Manifestation.
Fucking drive like an idiot, fucking...
Yeah,
Bro,
you know,
get idiot gifts, I guess.
He had the paint job. He had the M3 bumper. He had the exhaust. Why would you do that? Like, especially when Malta has such nice roads further out where you can actually fully raggo. Yeah, you look like a dickheaded foot of the gyal them.
Yeah, Malta just sounds like driving in Mexico.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Sounds like
that is
just
exactly
absolutely no
exactly
rules, no rules at all.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Exactly it. But if anyone wants a cheap little holiday, it was good vibes. Definitely recommend it. The food there was lit. They got Maltese pizza.
And you get to
That
stay
shit
in
was
Europe
wild.
too.
Yeah, the Maltese pizza was wild. They had like pizza, but it had like potato on the top. It sounds rogue, but like, yeah, sausage, all types of shit.
No, yeah,
Actually, it was
sounds
actually
good.
fire. Shit was lit as fuck.
Different but good.
Yeah.
I like all those things on their own.
Yeah, and all of them together, they go really, really well as well. But yeah, that pretty much rounds it up everything I've been up to this month. It's been a pretty hectic month. I did actually see Jay earlier on in the month. He came out of his
I
cove.
saw that.
His dungeon.
Watch the F1. But yeah, big one for me next week. You will definitely hear about this next week as well. First rave since June. Oh my god!
Boy.
Wow. I don't want to talk about it too much. We'll talk about it next week. But yeah, that shit was lit. And that pretty much rounds up. Yeah, everything I want to chat about, really.
Do you have any more like in-depth Hoon stories during the trip? Because I know that like you said your girlfriend kind of like made you put a limit on yourself just because you didn't want to scare the shit out of her.
No, it's like
Anything notable?
I think one of the problems as well with that trip is that we went on a Sunday. I can't remember if there was a bank holiday the day after or whether it was just because of the weather. But I do remember it being a really nice day. But we left relatively early, but there was still a lot of traffic on the road. So on the way there, I did kind of, get to put the limit, like test the limits a bit, like maybe go drive at 7/10 kind of thing. Keep in mind, obviously my springs have been fixed on the car now, so that's one thing. I've got the car actually going in next month for a few other bits and bobs. Again, ticking off those things I talked about in the last episode.
Yeah.
Because the alignment's still slightly out and this, that, and the other. So yeah, nothing really to like, no stories as such. I'm still gassed to own it. Like there's no, I've fully decided there is almost nothing I could buy in the price range that will give me anything
I fucking love that for you, bro. I love that you found a car that like I feel something similar to the Miata type shit.
I don't think so. Like
Same with the 8.
it'd be like a 911 or like, it would be like a GTS or a GT4, and those are all like multiple tens of thousands more expensive. So I'm probably going to keep this for a while. I'm not going to lie. I'd love to get this because it's approaching 100k slowly. I'd love to get this engine up to 200k. That'd be pretty cool.
That's hella cool. Yeah, I would. Same with my Miata. To be fair, I'm making my way there slowly but surely. Like, let's see. I bought it in 2019. It had 119,500 miles on it. Right now it's sitting at a solid 137.9. So put almost 20k on it in 4 years. It gets driven, bro.
Yeah.
It gets driven. It gets given love. Thing thing is I don't drive it too often. It's just the lengths that I drive it is a little crazy. Like today, I took the Miata to school. Usually I take the Infinity because it has AC and shit, but like I like saving a little bit of gas because I'm not sure if I told you guys, but like, so Infinity and the Miata, when I go to school and back, they both go the same amount down on the like gas gauge. But the thing is, the Infinity has a fuel tank 8 gallons more than the Miata at 12. So it has almost double the fuel size. So just think, I'm saving literally 50% taking the Miata to school.
Yeah.
Like I think round trip, bro, the 60-mile round trip, I think maybe I'm spending like $10 on gas, whereas in the Infinity it's like 20, bro.
Yeah.
It's like 20.
That's exactly why I want something which is going to be a bit more economical, because like, so my trips to work, what did I say earlier, about 20 miles each way, so 40 miles round trip, you know, every month, so like, actually probably easier to do, every week I spend maybe £40 on fuel, and I only go in twice or 3 times max each week. So what's that's 40, 80, 120 miles, 100 and
Yeah.
you know, yeah, 120 miles.
If you go 3 days a week.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's
verifying my maths.
60 a day.
Yeah, you know, just think about like, it's like 40 quid for 120 miles a week. You can extrapolate that for the, you know, for the whole month. Like,
Talking cars and fuel efficiency. A car I've been eyeing up, the third car. There's one of them like a little north of me, 90,000 kilometers on the clock, 5-speed manual. It's a Corvette C4. Those are very cheap for what they are.
Yeah.
Very, very
Those are
cheap.
fire.
you know,
Those are cheaper than any S chassis here now.
New Zealand got all the cars in the States that came from the States. Then also the cars that came like from like Europe. So like you guys got like Renaults and shit, right?
Not only just that,
And Jap stuff.
before we signed the agreement with Japan to join their car domestic market, we used to be part of the UK. So we have like all the classic British cars, like the Triumphs, the Austins, like the Lotus, like all
Makes
of
sense,
that.
though. Makes sense.
Yeah.
You guys didn't become a country
Really
until like the
deep.
50s, right?
Pretty much, honestly. It's like a nation that has like trade agreements,
Yeah.
until it was like the 50s and we signed with the UK. Like, nah, we were just chilling. Pretty much.
Yeah, they're for real. They need to be. Yeah, basically New Zealand is just like Horizon in real life.
Except
I always
with,
say,
a lot of
especially with the
theft.
Japanese scene
Yeah,
and
yeah.
like the market, we're Japan without a language barrier. But just like over there, hey, you see all those cool meets, you gotta know people to
Yep.
be at a lot of them.
Same thing here. Same thing in a lot of
Yeah,
places, I would assume.
Word of mouth usually, like, yo, bro, we're leaving this meet and this is who we are, you wanna come with us? That's why I actually did like going to like street meets for a little bit, because I would meet the people who weren't just, they're just there to be there. Like,
Yeah. They weren't
Yeah,
wannabes.
we can
They
go
weren't
after
like
this
all
and-
weird and egotistical and shit. They're just chilling.
or just dumb. I remember one street meet I snuck off to once on like a school night. It was like in the industrial area by the docks. Like I just, the moment that the Mazda 323 wagon blew its tires and started doing burnouts on its rims, ripping up the concrete, I'm like, you know what, fair play, bros. But yeah, I tossed on my ski mask. I grabbed my ratchet and removed my number plates. And as I'm doing that, a bunch of people come to me like dumbass is like, what are you doing? I'm like, you realize about 7 to 8 patrol cars are gonna swarm this place like very soon, right? And it very quickly went from, what are you doing, to, oh, can I use that after you? Like, and yeah, what
I'd
happened?
be like, fuck no,
About
I'm
7
getting
to
out of
8
here, bruh.
7 to 8 cop cars turned up, and they made the foolish mistake of going for the like most powerful cars of the meet. So they tried to chase down a RB25 RX-7, a 20B RX-7, a twin turbo Legacy, and an Evo 6. I don't know why they didn't go. One of them went for me, and I think it was because I bolted so hard when everyone else was still scrambling. Lost them, allegedly. I'm talking about Need for Speed. Parked in
I have
the
a story very
retirement
similar
home.
from Car Week, actually. And And I'm gonna say this. Fuck CJ.
Yeah, no, wait, hold on. I don't
the
think-
way I look at
I
it.
don't think CJ has had enough slander this podcast. CJ,
No, I don't think so
CJ.
either.
Yo, you've been lied on him,
hold
eh?
this fucking
Party foul, bro.
L. You
Party foul.
hold this L, and everyone.
Fail RP, as he would say. Fail RP.
Yeah, that's fail RP, bro.
And everyone who commented about wanting to hear about CJ's ACURA, you also gotta hold this L. You are an L.
You gotta hold the
You
L,
are this
bro.
L.
You gotta hold the
We
L.
win.
Stelio, do you have any on the topic of that? Do you have any fucking hoon stories in the past month, or have you just been chilling, going to work?
Past month, not really, but my like glory days was probably the reason I can see why my A-dub just keep giving out over and over, and it's just like I'm just like doing the absolute most to just stem the bleeding off all the parts I was breaking. But in the recent months, I would say the one hoon stories I've had is it was coming home from work. And it was that moment where it's like, I want to get home real fast. I'm tired, and you are in the passing lane, going under the speed limit of the motorway.
Classic.
Yeah, and because my Starlet, it's only like 80, 90 horsepower, 1.3 liter. I just slammed the foot to the floor, and the whole way home, and I got it up to like 170.
Jesus, that was like me with the
Ks.
Miata when CJ was here, racing the Porsches.
170 Ks.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
like 110.
Yeah.
It's nearly. They say a slang here for I got actually a story about me and my dad. I've hooned a lot of my dad in the passenger, sure, like father, like son. And I remember the first time I took him out in my S-dub, and I did 180, on a back road.
Allegedly.
I remember he said to me, he's like, boy, welcome to the ton club, which is where you do 180 kilometers or 100 miles per hour. Welcome to the ton club.
Crazy. You wanted a story, you got one. I'm not gonna lie, I'm low-key entering, like, now summer is pretty much over. I'm kind of low-key entering my gaming era for this year. I'm not gonna lie.
I've not
Winter
gamed
is
at all
game
this year,
season.
except for like me and Stelio's like rare Need for Speed Unbound sessions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, obviously the car's gonna cost a lot of money in these next few months, so your boy's got to save.
Same.
I got
what I'm
Ubisoft
doing as
Plus
well, yeah.
for the crew. It's very mid. It's very, very mid. I wouldn't recommend. I'll do a little quick roundup on the things I've been playing because why not? Yeah, very mid, very, very mid. I wouldn't bother unless you can get it on sale for like 20 quid.
Yeah, I was looking at the prices on the CD keys, and yeah, $70.
I would try it on Ubisoft
Like,
Plus. There also is a 5-hour trial. 5-hour trials.
Ooh.
Free 5-hour trials. It's worth you probably play
banging out like EA
all
Play.
of the game. You'll be able to play it in like you'll get basically the grasp of it after 5 hours. You'll be like, oh, okay, this is pretty boring. F1 Manager.
Oh, that's so sad. Racing games, bruh, in the sunken place.
F1 Manager 22.
Yeah.
That shit is fire. So I actually just started a new campaign today with Williams. I was trying to find a Porsche Williams mod, but there was no good ones. Yeah, it's like I'm trying to basically bring Williams back to the glory days. That's basically the plan.
Yo, Cam. Motorsport Manager, the older one before they did that. I played that a lot.
wow.
They have like all of the
Throwback.
mods. They have like classic like F1
Yeah,
teams and stuff, like
I found
Shadow
out
and stuff,
about
the
that
obscure
shit
ones.
today. I literally found out about that shit today as I was googling because I actually downloaded like a 23 season mod, like so it's got the current updated roster and stuff. And actually, I did find that like when I was searching, which would also be really cool to get into. But I don't know. I feel like I'm already so deep into F1 Manager, like it would be hard now to go and just start a new save on something else.
Yeah, you have to finish out the Williams story at the least.
For sure. And then hella Gran Turismo. That's what I've been playing right now in terms of racing games. In terms of other games, we don't have to really get into that. Like, I kind of want to try Spider-Man and Starfield, but I know you man aren't gamers like that, so I won't do that to you.
I've been on the hard indie grind, honestly, because it's the price for what you get.
I
for
ain't
me.
play-
Bang for the buck. That's why I love it so
last
much.
last time I played full price for a game. I'm not gonna lie.
The only full price I pay is for indie. The others is like, when I got Need for Speed Heat, I got it for $15 off a CD key site. Like,
Yeah, I hear you.
yeah,
I can't either. I can't think of the last game I bought for Forza Horizon 5. And guess what? Them bastards erased my goddamn save, so I'm never getting on that game again,
Although
bro.
Forza though.
Oh my
Forza
god,
would be
hold
lit.
on. Let me just fucking rant about that. Because that's such fucking donkey shit, bro. How is it that I get on Forza just randomly one day using the same fucking account, the same fucking Xbox Live username and password, the same fucking account, and I just walk in to just like the tutorial screen. Like, I was so confused at first. I was like, wait a minute, what?
Bro, the same thing happened to me.
Oh. Do they use a
the
cloud
same thing
save
happened to me
system?
on
Horizon 4. Huh?
Horizon 4, yeah. Same thing happened to me. It's the
Yeah.
sync bug. And apparently it's like, yeah, it's been a thing since like the Xbox One era. So
I really
That's
dumped
brutal.
$100 on that game. I dumped $100 on that game, and it's all gone, and I'm
I
not
lost.
getting back on ever again.
I think it was 35 days worth of playtime on Horizon 4. 35
Fuck.
days. No CJ.
Look who decided to
CJ, you
show the
can't
fuck
show-
up.
you can't show-
Bro, no.
Yeah,
you can't
legit.
show up at the end.
The hallowed one.
Oh my god, and he's on
Oh,
his phone, bro.
Fuck off, man.
Oh
You're not
my
wanted.
Where
God.
are you?
You're not wanted
This
here, bro. You're
motherfucker,
not even
bro.
loading in. Oi,
Not
I
even
know,
loading in.
what's
He
wrong?
sounds like dog shit.
get the fuck out, man. Sorry, I had to do that.
Oh my god,
we've
bro.
set up all the audacity in this, and now this man's trying to come in.
Oh my
no.
god.
Bro, you better not be at work trying to join. I swear to God, this guy.
Bro, hey,
Bro.
undrivecast him
Yeah,
for a
I'm gonna
minute.
have to because he can't do this.
He's
He's
not
at
just
work.
in the middle of
You're
this
not at
You
work.
should have just
joining
not gone to work,
Oh my
homie.
god,
He's
bro.
out.
Fuck your work, hey. Like,
Yeah,
come on. at
don't
least for one day.
don't do that. Oh, like at work, middle of the podcast, when we've got all our nice webcams set up and crispy microphones, you know, like.
Yeah, we're not record. He's not recording his audio.
He's not recording
He's
his
not
audio,
gonna-
man. He's
you can't hear Discord on. We edit it to the point where we edit out Discord and we just put our fucking WAV files in. Like,
Yeah, bro.
he ain't getting picked up.
Look. If he wanted
was
to be
pointless.
here, all he had to do was book the fucking time
Yeah.
off. You didn't.
All he had to- yeah,
You can't just
literally.
join now. Like,
Literally.
you can't decide you want to be in here at fucking 2 a.m. UK time while I'm losing my fucking mind because I've had about 3 coffees in the past 2 hours. My man. Look, I'm out here on.
Delirious.
I'm out here on the real word shift. If you know what I'm saying.
That burning that midnight oil, as
Real
they
funny
say.
word shift. I'm out here under real funny
yeah,
word
real
shift.
funny word shift.
Come on, don't do that.
Real gamer hours, as you would say.
Anyway, getting back on track. I don't know how my ADHD ass remembered, but it remembered where we left off. We were talking about video games and like how you're entering your prime gaming era
Yeah.
of the year, and I just wanted to say there is something gaming related that I agree heavily with Stelio on, but like I don't really know as much as him. The last time my eyes have grazed TDU Solar Crown is when I made my fucking video on it, and I'm not making a video on it ever again. However, Stelio did want to mention like Nakon's
Bro.
yeah, you take it over, Stelio.
Bro. Nacon, their last 2 published releases were Lord of the Rings Gollum and Redfall. Like, think about that. Like, and then you look at how long this has been in production, what they've been teasing, how there's going to be no houses on release. Like, you might as well not remove the TDU from the name, just call it Solar Crown at that point.
Bro, when did I
Like,
call
oh,
this?
mate.
I'm actually gonna Google this shit. I called this shit literally. I want to say about 3 years ago. Like literally lockdown era. No, 4 years ago I called this shit when I played WRC, whatever the fuck it was. Yeah, 3 years ago, July 2020. I called this shit when I played the fucking WRC games, and those handled like dog shit. And people were like, "Oh, just wait till it's announced." No, I've run out of waiting.
Yo.
I'm not on this waiting thing no more. I'm not
Bro.
waiting for no more. I'm not waiting for no one. I
True.
mean, even if you just take a step back, it's an unproven developer on what is effectively a new IP because they're the less test.
It's from the ground up now.
Yeah, this is not
Yeah.
Test Drive as you know it. It's basically a completely new game.
Someone's wearing the skin of
It's
Test
an
Drive.
open world like, yeah, you just connect the dots. Like, it's not rocket science. This game, I guarantee, will be shit on launch. And I've been saying this. You know, I've been saying this about GTA 6 as well, low key. I'm not sure GTA 6 is going to be the generational step forward that everyone's been saying. You look at Rockstar's last few releases.
Not even just that.
Even Red Dead 2. I will stand on my own 2 feet with Red Dead 2 is a shit game. Has worst gun physics. Okay, the story, whatever. Pacing was shit. I'll carry on going. Progression awful. People just get wet in the panty for no reason because the horses have got fucking hairs that you can see on the.
They got jiggle
like all this
physics,
shit,
as people
like-
were saying when it came out. Yo, do you know what I will say about Red Dead 2? It's really weird where, as a video game, as just a game, but for me, I almost like just stopped treating it like a game and more like an experience. Like, I wouldn't like sit down and try grind it out. I would just like come to it when I'd like it. But it's one of those things where it reminds me when I played God of War at the other homie's house where this isn't a video game,
No,
bro.
it's
This
not.
is like a.
It's not. I couldn't get
like-
into God of War because I just that exact same thing. It's just it's an interactive movie. That's how I felt. That's
Combat
literally how I
shit. Like, come on.
felt.
Also, if you played the original God of Wars, where like that was an amazing beat 'em up, and then you play the combat in
Yeah,
that, it's
very
like
different.
it got lobotomized. Like the combat.
Very different.
Also, for racing games, bro, I'm just worried about this entire genre. Like, it's already like decomposing, but
It is. The only thing I have to say about it is, why is everything now a derivative? I guess we kind of like already talked about that like 2 minutes ago. We mentioned it anyway. Is like everything is a derivative from like Test Drive Unlimited now. Everything is a fucking festival racer now. Like everything
problem about
is,
that
it
is-
feels all so samey. Like what everyone's trying to do. Because if you guys really think about it. And I don't give a fuck. I'm not in any of the. You don't have to comment on this, Cam, just in case any possible like partnership plans with anyone. But I'm just gonna say this real quick. All of these publishers,
Nah, bro.
they're just finding.
By the way, we are an hour and
they're-
50 deep into this podcast. Anyone who's in here, I told you it's dark hours, bro.
I'm just saying real quick,
time.
like every single publisher right now is like seeing that Forza is having a lot of success with their like. Has been having a lot of success in previous games as well with their like season pass type deal and their life service, and I feel like everyone else is just trying to fucking compete with that, but like instead of like making something unique, they just like end up stealing so much. Even if it's like not a 1-to-1 copy of Forza, it's still like 33% Forza DNA. It's I don't know, everything feels so watered down and like casual friendly. Like I want every single racing game franchise to be niche in its own ways like it used to be. This isn't some nostalgia shit either. Literally, like everyone is so dependent on this like fucking Need for Speed has what their speed pass. Forza has what is theirs, the seasons or whatever.
Festival playlist, is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, the festival playlist. There you
I'd
go.
say the one difference with Forza in that respect is, you can't like pay to earn. And they actually, especially.
But that's what I mean. Everyone's copying Forza.
Yeah, like Forza actually are lit. Like you might think it's boring or whatever, but I don't know if you've seen any of the creator stuff they've just released.
Dude, it's sick.
That's crazy. Like they are playing it. I don't even think they're playing it safe anymore. You can definitely tell there's a different like lead. I don't even play Forza like that really, to be honest. Like I'm way more into my Sims now than I am my arcade
Same.
races.
Need me a wheel again.
Yeah, I don't think it's all doom and gloom. Like, I think that one franchise is, and I say Gran Turismo, to be honest. Gran Turismo's multiplayer.
Yeah,
are like
those two.
carrying the genre, I'd say, to be honest.
And it's so insane when you look back 20 years ago where we were at, like with all the different franchises we had from different studios.
But it is just
wild.
laziness, is what it comes down to, and maybe it comes down to it.
Oh, it's so lazy.
The younger people aren't as interested in cars. At least, like kind of, I was alluding to this earlier, in the UK anyway, and I don't know what it's like globally, but I imagine, there is a little bit of that as electric becomes more and more prominent, and it's not like the center of like pop culture anymore, kind of thing. You know, less and less young people are driving. Maybe that has something to do with it as well. I'm not so sure, but yeah, it is a bit of an L. I feel like it is and it isn't. There is games I will always go to and play anyway, regardless. But yeah, I definitely do miss the identity. I'm like, you know, I think with the crew especially, like go from the crew on to what it is now, and they didn't even do it properly. Yeah. But I don't want to give it the game a review. It don't deserve my time. It is a walking L. You can't even do PvP, normal PvP races. It's dead. It's dead. And they didn't even do it properly. They didn't even do the whole festival race properly. That is what it is.
One thing about derivative games that it's one of those things where I almost feel like until I found indie, I used to hate all derivative games, and then I found like these like pure passion project indie devs make like spiritual successes to multiple games, like
the Jet Set Radio one you always play. The Jet Set Radio.
Yeah, Bomb. That's my game of the decade, straight up. That is my game of the decade. Because there's one thing about that game which I love, and it's so 2000s game where you don't buy cosmetics, you don't buy music tracks, you have to find them doing like crazy lines in the levels. They're like hidden.
Oh, that's cool.
Everything is in the game. Like you don't have to buy nothing, you have to go find it. $50, you get everything.
Night Runners. I don't know if you guys have seen any of the recent gameplay about that. This shit
that shit looks sick.
Also, one thing to all the boys out there waiting on it, we're like, with the heavy heart, like, oh, it's been so long. With Bomb Rush, bro, it was about 5-6 years in development from its like reveal as well. Like, and that was a full team. They made Lethal League.
This
man
has delayed
those games
the
as
demo
well.
for this game like 4 times. That's how you know it's gonna be good.
Yep.
Like there is
fine.
no schedule.
People always complain, but it's like, what? Do you guys want a half ironed out product? Fuck you guys who like literally pressure the guy into like, oh, I'm just gonna be waiting forever. Like, bro, this game.
Yeah, wait forever, bro. I will wait forever.
Wait for it. It's an indie game. You can trust it. Oh my god.
The visuals, the aesthetic.
Fuck.
When you are like, picking up the parts and then literally physically putting them on the car, like. All that shit.
Yes.
It looks lit as fuck.
Insane.
It's one. Do what my thing is also. Hey, yo, you boys, the Forza boys who are like, he's taking too long. Yeah, that's a Take-Two subsidiary that has like staff in the 4th figures. This is one dude.
Yeah.
Bomb Rush still has a studio of like 80 Dutch dudes. Like, this is one guy.
Yeah, and he's probably gonna do more right than some big AAAs.
Funny enough, every single time he delayed, my creative brain was like, oh, this is going to bang. Because he was like, oh, no, I got to change this, got to do that. I can add this. No, I can't. I got to delay it now. Oh,
yeah,
I creative brain and how it would work.
Actually, like, pops off because...
I hope he clocks it. I hope he embarrasses the AAA sector, just like every other game I play has embarrassed their genres of AAA.
It has got, like, TikTok viral all over it. Like... that type of vibe, and I hope he uses that to his advantage because, it's got a viral game all over it.
Oh yeah,
for the cause,
definitely
push it.
Yeah, that shit's insane. Like, and he's been working on it since 2017, I believe.
Yeah,
he's been working on it for years, bro. This is very, very long in the making. So if he even needs to fucking delay it even another year, bro, give the man time to cook up his fire-ass recipe. Fuck off.
Because from the recent footage I've been seeing, that sense of speed, funny enough, in my head, I consider that so realistic in the sense of, like, there's a moment where you hit, like, 150, 180 Ks, and... yeah, it's just like you are riding the edge. Even though you could push it, you're riding that edge already.
And even things like when you go to the meetups, all the people's faces are blurred and like the plates are blurred.
A little detail.
There's so many little details.
No, one little detail I noticed is the toll boost for setting speeds. It goes off the gentleman's agreement. If you go below 180, you get fined. I noticed that.
Yeah,
that's so cool.
It's like.
Because when he did 240 through it, he just set a new time, no fine.
Those are the little things I think, like, personality-wise are missing. But I think we should end on that, to be honest, because it is almost 2:30, and I am beyond saving. I'm going to have a zoot. and I'm going to
The
sleep.
dark
Yeah,
zone.
it's truly dark. I feel like I can see the sun. It's that dark.
We probably sitting at like an hour and a half right now, just because it did take a long time for us
Yeah,
to
I
set up.
mean-
We were recording for a minute.
Yeah, that's
So a little bit of a short podcast this month. We're sorry about that, but like the thing is we had this day planned for some time, and we had to last minute. And by the way, just like a little round of applause in the comments for fucking our boy Pace, our boy Stelio right here. For
Power to the people,
fucking
the viewers. I
coming
speak
in-
for you.
he probably gonna be back again very relatively
When
soon.
CJ double
like
books.
Hey, if
yeah.
CJ pulls this again, probably.
Yeah, when
I'm
CJ
the
double
main
books again.
and then
conscript.
tries to ruin the podcast
But-
on his shitty microphone.
Oh my fucking god, bro. Oh yeah, by the way, Stelio is also the same person who timestamped the entirety of the last episode within the first day or two of it being out. Crazy, bro.
Crazy.
I had to bring
Crazy.
it back. I had some free time off from work. I'm like, yo.
Right. Stay safe and
Yeah,
peace.
And peace.
Stay safe and
Oh, I gotta
watch
do
it.
it. I gotta do it too, huh?
Yes, sir.